Well, yesterday we talked a little bit about change, and as I did the day before, and did introduce that we wanted to take several mornings or several days and deal with some aspects of change. Everybody experiences change, and that's kind of what we do, and we tend to respond in different ways to the different types of change. I will tell you this, how you master change will determine many outcomes in your life. And if you can master change in an effective way, then your outcomes will be pleasant, your decision making will be better, and life will be much richer for you. So handling change is really important. It's not just a one-off kind of a thing. And so, well, I did that one well, and that's about all I can do right now. No, let's do all of them well. Let's recognize change, embrace change, understand that all change is not loss, and move forward regardless of change. Things do change all around us, whether we acknowledge or whether they actually affect us or not. Today, I want to talk to you about a few types of change so we can identify those. And we experience these few types that I'm going to list. I won't list many, but just to kind of give you an idea. First thing is there is change that happens to us unexpected or anticipated. And this change really affects our personal lives, our families, our careers, and things of that nature. That would be change that affects the close proximity to our lives. Change that happens to us. It can be anticipated or it can be unexpected. We have to deal with those things, and we have to not give a knee-jerk reaction to those changes, but to give a response to those changes and make decisions about our lives that have to do with those changes. The next type of change is change that happens around us. Again, this can be unexpected or anticipated. It affects, well, our society, our nation, our world, but also has some impact on us personally. That would be change that happens at a distance, but the collateral part of that change does affect us in some way. How will we deal with those? Sometimes we have to adjust long-term decisions or long-term plans because of that type of change. Let's be willing to do that in a positive atmosphere, not in an angry atmosphere. Another type of change I'll bring to your attention today is change that happens on the inside of us. And again, that can be unexpected or anticipated. I knew a man in Bible college actually who lost his temper, flew off the handle, and really let somebody have it verbally. When he finished, he said, "Oh, that's just not me." Well, I learned later that actually it was him. It was just an unresolved issue that seemed to surface from time to time. We all have unresolved issues, and they do need to surface because that's an alarm that says we need to deal with this. And we permit the Holy Spirit to come in and help us deal with those kind of things. That's change that happens within us. Transformation happens within us. Be not conformed to this world, but be conformed or be transformed by the renewing of your minds. Don't be conformed to this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your minds. Transformation is an inside job. It's like the caterpillar turning to a butterfly. The tomb of the caterpillar becomes the womb of the butterfly. And where you are right now, experiencing change, regardless of what area it shows, that seems like death can become a birthing place for something new that is incredibly special. God has his hand on your life. And finally, today, let me talk to you briefly about the change that we initiate. That's a change we plan on, we decide on. It's something that we create or we are altered by plans we have implemented in order to move us from, I think, to a preferred area, to have something better in our life. Most common of that might be a healthier lifestyle that we might choose to do, but that's a plan or a change that we initiate in order to get different results. Well, briefly, as I close this, let's talk about the results of that. And change actually transports the present, where we are right now, into a future that most often demands a response. And notice I use the word response, not a reaction. A reaction is going to be but a response is going to be wisdom from the mind of Christ flowing out of you into the arena of change and making a better decision. Again, often those responses that we need to make will require further change from us. In fact, the needed change might bring positive activity, could bring some excitement, anticipation, and even give you some energetic planning. Embrace those moments, celebrate those moments, or it could bring negative reaction, some uncertainty, some stress, a little emotional shutdown from time to time, maybe. But how we react to change has really a greater consequence to us than we realize. And that's why I'm taking the time to deal with this, is how we react has a greater consequence than what we realize, and it's change. It's how we react to change. So that being the focal point, be back tomorrow with another brief video to talk to you a little bit more about change. We'll embellish on this and get into another dimension of it. God bless you. We'll talk again soon.